CPS had already removed 4-year-old Maleah Davis from her mother's care. Doctors had discovered bleeding on her brain after a series of disturbing hospital visits. She was finally away from the people investigators were concerned about. But 6 months later, a judge ordered Maleah and her siblings to be returned home. Just 2 months after that, Maleah disappeared. And what happened next would expose a horrifying chain of events. In July 2018, Maleah's mother, Brittany Bones, took her to West Houston Medical Center because the little girl was lethargic. Then, on July 28th, Brittany brought Maleah back to the hospital. This time, Maleah had a deep gash on her head. Her mother claimed that she had fallen off the couch. But just days later, Maleah was back at the hospital again, this time after suffering a seizure. Doctors performed a CT scan and they discovered bleeding on the left side of her brain. Maleah needed life-saving surgery. That's when CPS became involved. Maleah and her siblings were removed from the home and placed with a relative while the investigation continued. But then, about 6 months later, in February 2019, a judge ordered the children to be returned to Brittany and her boyfriend, Derion Vence. A judge also ordered CPS to conduct monthly visits with the family. But less than 3 months later, Maleah was gone. April 30th, 2019, a neighbor's surveillance camera captured Maleah live with Derion. It would be the last confirmed sighting of the little girl. 4 days later, that same surveillance footage captured something disturbing. Derion was seen carrying a laundry basket containing what appeared to be a black trash bag. Then on May 5th, he reported Maleah missing. His story was shocking. He claimed that he, his 1-year-old son, and Maleah had been abducted by a Hispanic man on the side of the road. He said the men knocked him unconscious, and when he woke up the next day, Maleah was gone. On May 11th, Derion was arrested for tampering with evidence. Then on May 31st, Derion confessed. He revealed where he had dumped Maleah's body. According to investigators, Derion had restricted Maleah's airways with an unknown object, struck her with his hand and a blunt object, and threw her to the floor. Her body was placed inside a black trash bag and transported to Arkansas, where it was dumped. Derion claimed Maleah's death was an accident. But there was another disturbing allegation. A spokesperson said there was reason to believe Derion may have SA'd Maleah. Maleah had already been hospitalized multiple times. She had suffered a serious head injury. Doctors found bleeding on her brain. CPS removed her from the home. And then, just months later, she was ordered to return. 2 months after that, she was dead. Maleah was only 4 years old. And the question many people were left asking, if warning signs were already there, why was she sent back?